Like there was a time that you said that you witnessed that the father kissed his stepdaughter. Like, can you kind of describe what you thought when you seen this happen, or the moment when you saw this happen?
Well, I she was already coming in with a bunch of hickeys on her neck that we noticed on a daily basis. She was coming in. I mean, filled neck filled all down her chest with hickeys. So seeing that every day, there was nothing I could do about it. He had already told us that was his second wife. There was no only other proof I had is what he told me, and then the hickeys, and then but for him to go outside after talking to him in the building, he dropped off some of his kids. He left, and he stood right outside of my window, and he started kissing her. And I happened to be standing there thinking, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy's just gonna just keep throwing this in our face because he knew I was in my office. He knew probably 100% I was watching him. So that I finally I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and call the police. I'm just gonna go ahead and try this again, calling the police. So I just picked up the phone and I called. And while he's standing there just kissing all over her, people driving in and out of the parking lot. Yeah, then I had my VP ran in the office like, do you see that? And I was like, I see it. There's nothing we could do about it. It's like he just threw it in everybody's face every day.
Now, can you describe the emotions and thoughts that you expressed during that moment when this is going on?
Um, that's kind of a hard one because I saw her every day with hickeys on her neck, knowing how young, at the time she was 26, but she looked a lot younger. She looked like she was 15. We didn't know how old she was. I didn't really even know who she was. I thought she was somebody's daughter that had been kidnapped. So watching her every day, watching him just kiss all over her every day, and then this last time when he was standing outside my office kissing on her, I can't just thinking that this is somebody's child, that this is somebody's child that could be looking for them. I didn't know it's hard because this guy was so arrogant, and he was so arrogant, like nobody could touch him, like nobody could do anything to him.
Mm-hmm.
He was, and anybody that would see that saw what I saw, that he's standing there just kissing all over this young girl, it was sick and it was heartbreaking. And with me knowing everything that I did know, um, honestly, I wish I could have shot him in the head. I'm just sorry. It was hard. It was hard. So I just decided to call the police.
Like, what happens like when you call the police? Like, you were able to get them to do an investigation.
No, 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 not right off the bat. Because that was not the first time I called. Um, every other time I called, it was I didn't know what I was reporting, and at the time I was all over the place. When I called, I was pretty much hysterical. Like uh, I led with there's a guy. Uh, when you call, they ask you, what are you calling for? What are you reporting? I don't know. It's I don't know if I'm reporting a kidnapping. I don't know if I'm reporting a rape. I have no unearthly idea. I can only tell you what I see and what I know. you know, but I had this last time when I called, there was a lady that answered.
Mm-hmm.
And I think had it not been for her, we still would have been in the same situation. I started telling her different scenarios, and then she got upset and she was like, "Where is he right now?" And I told her, I said, "He's leaving right now. He's putting the girl in the van. But what color is this van? What's his license plate?" She started asking me all these questions. And I said, "Are you going to send the police right now?" She's like, well, no. I said, well, okay, well, he's leaving, but he's coming back. She's getting hysterical. I'm hysterical. So she said, you know, Miss Cole, I'm just gonna take a report. So she took a report. And I think had it not been for her, I don't think this would have ever came to a reality right now. They still would have been working here. I still would have been doing the same thing. But she made a difference by taking that report the day that I saw him kiss me. Because people ask me all the time, why didn't I report it before? What was I going to report? You call DHS, they're going to come out, they're going to cause them to run just like they were going to do before. So I had no choice but to just watch them on a daily basis. And that's hard. When you see stuff like that going on and you have to deal with it every day, day in, day out, it's kind of hard going home at night sleeping, knowing that these kids are going through whatever they're going through with this guy.
Let me ask you, as far as the adult children, that sounds kind of weird saying adult and then children in the same sentence, but nonetheless, because the situation is so unique, we're going to refer to them as adult children. How did they feel being left alone with their secret siblings?
Well, see, when you say alone, I'm kind of it's kind of confusing because they lived in the same house. Uh, they were only left alone with their siblings when they were babysitting, and the rest of them were at work. So one would stay at home, the other ones would be at work. So I can't really answer that because I haven't, for them, it was a normal life. They were at home babysitting their little brothers and sisters.
Now, court documents reveal that two of the children were nonverbal. Can you kind of explore the psychological impact of their upbringing on these children?
Well, you have to remember they were born at home. No hospital. They were born in a house. So you have no hospital. You have no education. The dad wasn't very educated. The mom. So one of them, when they say nonverbal, he couldn't talk at all. The other ones are pretty much following the same suit. But you can, if you try to talk to them, the oldest one can make sounds and kind of point to what he wanted, or but it wasn't very verbal. You have two of the smaller ones that wasn't as bad. They knew some words, but not a whole lot. But as you go up in age, they knew a little bit more. The adult children knew a little bit more. They could talk, but still the speech isn't there for them. Uh, but they're not stupid. Even the little ones. When I got to the house, I'd never seen them before, but they're like little kids. Like they're older but little kids. Especially the ones that were nonverbal, they were super playful. They wanted to play. They wanted to dance. They seemed happy. They just weren't clean. Hair wasn't done. Their hair was kind of like they hadn't been done since they were born or something. It was weird. But if you knew the mom and the dad, you couldn't expect anything less. And then people have to understand there's two moms. There's not one. There's a mom, the older mom, which would be the grandma, and then there's a younger mom, which is the one that has the five younger kids. The adult kids actually belong to the mom, the grandmother. Well, the grandmother of the young kids. So I just want to clarify that because people think it's just one set of nine across the board, but it's not. There's two moms involved.
Okay.
And the mom that's in jail is the grandma of the older kids, not the mother of the five kids. She's not in jail. She's a victim.
Can you provide graphic details about the forensic investigation findings, like specifically the child's statement about her dad touching her privacy?
Which one are you talking about? There's a lot of them. There's not just one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And which one? Okay. You're talking about in the what the news said.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Let's go with that.
Okay. So one of the kids, one of the five smaller kids, said that the dad would take her to the doctor at nighttime and give her a lollipop when he was done examining her because he was a doctor. He told his kids he was a doctor.
I'm speechless. Like I don't even know what to think of that or say to that.
Yeah, nobody does.
So
Yeah.
he basically all their life told them as his kids that he's a medical doctor
Yes.
doing examinations.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, that was to the small kids. Now, the big kids, that remains to be seen. But the little kids, that's what they told the police. Kids don't lie about that. Usually, when a kid is telling you somebody touched them, 9 times out of 10 is true.